For our next story, let's look at Russia's neighbor Belarus. It is playing host to Chinese troops. Why? Because of a joint military drill. It is codenamed Eagle Assault. The drill began on Monday. It will continue for 11 days. Now, this is a joint drill. It includes tactical operations like night landings, overcoming water barriers and urban combat training. Troops from both countries, China and Belarus, will work as one unit. But what are these sudden drills about? Why with China? Is the timing suspicious? And is it a sign of something bigger? Let's look at all these questions one by one. Last August, the Chinese defense minister was in Minsk, the capital of Belarus. He met President Alexander Lukashenko. The two countries agreed to conduct more drills, and looks like they followed up. Their last joint drills were in 2018 in eastern China, but this is the first time that Beijing has sent troops to Belarus. China, of course, is playing it down, saying that this is part of an annual plan. They call it anti-terrorist training. But is it really? The answer lies in the location. Let me pull up a map for you. The drills are happening here in the city of Brest. It's obviously in Belarus. But look closely at the location. Brest lies just 5 kilometers away from Poland. And not just that, it's located barely 50 kilometers from Ukraine. And what's common between these two nations? One is a member of the NATO, Poland. The other wants to join it, Ukraine. The other point to note is the timing of the drills. They began on the eve of the NATO's 75th anniversary. NATO leaders are meeting in Washington to discuss the future of the alliance, and Beijing chose this very moment to flex its muscle at a NATO border. It also coincides with an important visit. Yesterday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in Poland. We just told you about this. He met with the Polish Prime Minister. He also signed a security agreement. So the timing is not mere coincidence. It's about sending a message to the West. Now, China and Belarus have long been cordial. But in the last few years, they've deepened ties. Beijing describes it, and listen to this. This is how Beijing describes the relationship: an all-weather comprehensive strategic partnership. It's a mouthful. It's also a rare term. In fact, China uses this description for only one other nation, and that is Pakistan. So Belarus is quite important to China, and vice versa. In 2023, President Alexander Lukashenko visited China not once but twice. And this year, Belarus joined the SCO, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It's the 10th member of this group. So it looks like China and Belarus do have an unbreakable friendship. That's what Xi Jinping likes to call it, an unbreakable friendship. But let's also give credit where it's due. There's one country that links both Minsk and Beijing, and that's Russia. Belarus is a critical ally of Moscow. It has backed the Ukraine invasion. Meanwhile, China and Russia have what they call a no-limits partnership. They're like comrades in arms. Recently, Putin won his 5th term as president. And guess which was the first country that he visited? China. So Moscow is like the glue in this friendship. Does that make these drills a power play? A message to the West? It appears so. The making of the China-Russia-Belarus alliance, a new axis against the West. Belarus has long been a key ally in Russia's war. It allowed Moscow to use its border as a launch pad. Russian nukes are deployed in Belarus, so it's an active participant in the war. But China has long avoided this. It has refused to condemn Russia, but it has also tried to appear neutral. It has avoided staunch support for one side, while secretly also helping Russia. Beijing has even called for peace. But with these drills, the mask is slipping. China is finally giving up its garb of neutrality and clearly picking sides.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
As the world warms, nature's sentinels will rise. As a billion hands will dig deep to write a new future for our planet.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.